Good morning. I hope you're doing good today. It was so good to see so many of you yesterday during the Wednesday wave. I loved it and looking forward to hopefully getting to do that again. I don't have any details on when that will be, but it was great seeing so many of you. On today's math page, we have multiple step word problems again for day 7. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through these and I'm going to help you get a model set up for each one. And I'm not going to actually work all the way through and solve them, but I am going to help you get a model set up for all 4 problems. So that's going to be a big help towards you working toward then getting the final answer. So let's do problem A to begin with. Haruto has tomato plants in his backyard. This year, the plants grew 127 tomatoes. Birds had eaten 19 of the tomatoes. 23 tomatoes had been ruined by bugs. He picked the rest. How many tomatoes did Haruto pick? So we're going to draw the model for this. And to draw the model, I'm going to start out by thinking about the total number of tomatoes that he had. So I'm going to draw a bar here that represents the total tomatoes. And we see in the problem the total is 127 tomatoes. But we see that some of them were eaten by birds ate 19 of them. And so that's smaller than the total. So we still have some left. But out of the ones that are left, 23 of them were ruined by ladybugs. 23. So he lost 19 of them to the birds and 23 of them to the ladybugs. But the rest of them, that's this amount right here. The rest of them he was able to pick. And so how many was he able to pick? So you're going to need to think about how many he started with, and then how many he lost to birds, and then how many he lost to ladybugs, and then the remaining amount will be how many he was able to pick. So use this bar model to set up your equation and find the answer. So let's go on to problem B. In problem B, we see that Webster Elementary School, and let me back up. You can pause this right now, pause the video, go ahead and work the problem for problem A, do your equations while that's fresh on your mind. Now that I've done the bar model with you, pause it, do your equations, get your answer, and write your answer statement, and then push play when you're ready to go on to problem B. Problem B. Webster Elementary School has 124 first graders and 130 second graders. On Friday, 12 first graders and 9 second graders were absent. How many first and second graders were in school on Friday? So this problem has a couple of steps to it, and I'm going to start out by thinking about how many first and second graders were there in all. So I'm going to draw my bar model, and I'm going to make a part whole bar model where I have 124 first graders and 130 second graders. And so when I add these together, that will give me the total number of students who are in first and second grade. So then I can use that information and go on to the next part of my problem. On Friday, 12 first graders and 9 second graders were absent. So I want to figure out how many were absent. So in first grade, I had 12 absent and in the first grade and 9 absent in the second grade. So again, if I add these together, I can find out how many were absent in all on Friday. So then the question is, how many first and second graders were in school on Friday? So if you take this number in your total and you subtract how many were absent from that, you'll be able to find out how many were actually in school on Friday. So that will give you your answer for how many were actually there on Friday. So find out how many there are in first and second grade in all. Find out how many were absent. And then you can subtract that to find out how many were at school on Friday. So again, pause your video, use these bar models to find out the answer. Work the equation and write your answer statement. Pause it now. Now problem C. Cole and Bryson went to Video Game Land. Cole won 152 tickets. Bryson won 84 tickets. They want to put their tickets together to get a large toy monkey that cost 300 tickets. How many more tickets do they need? So we have a clue in this problem when it says how many more do they need. It must mean that when they put them together, they didn't have enough. So let's see how many they had when they put their tickets together. So Cole had 152. And I'm going to draw a bar then for Bryson. And Bryson had 84. So if we use a part-whole model again, we can figure out how many they had in all. So this will tell you their total tickets that they have. But they need 300. So underneath here, I'm going to put another bar. And 300 is more than what they have. And so what you need to figure out is how many more do they need? That would be this part right here. How many more do they need? So if you add together how many they each have, and then you subtract that from how many they need, you can find, or yes, if you subtract that from the 300 that they need, you'll figure out how many more tickets they need to earn in order to be able to get the monkey that they want. So pause this, use this bar model to help you find the equation, and then write your answer statement. Remember, you're going to have to work more than one equation. Pause it now. Now, the last problem that we're going to set up a bar model for today is problem D. Problem D says, Clementine and Jake make cookies for the school bake sale. Clementine baked 72 cookies. Jake baked twice as many as Clementine. How many cookies did they bake all together? So I'm going to make two bar models. I'm going to make one for Clementine, and I'm going to put a C here for Clementine. And I'm going to draw the bar to show that Clementine made 72 cookies. And Jake, put a J for Jake, he made twice as many. So I'm going to make two bars for Jake. So if Clementine made 72 and Jake made twice as many, I need two groups of 72 to show how many Jake made. And now, Jake and Clementine together, this part together will tell you the total that they baked in all. So this would be their total cookies. So you'll need to add Clementine's cookies with Jake's cookies to find out how many they baked all together. So write your equations and write your answer statements, and this should help you get your day 7 math work completed. So I hope to see you soon, and you all take care. Bye now.